Welcome back guys to another video, and today is a bit of a follow-on from my previous video of my G82 M4 Competition. I bought the car salvage, had it repaired, and the video for that is on the channel, so do feel free to check that out. The link will be in the description. And then I made another video of showing the car when it was repaired, and basically like a review of the car. But yeah, what I've done is, because on the review I did mention there was a couple of things I wasn't overly happy with, not with the repair or anything like that, just with the car in general, and I have had that done now. And it was basically the ride height and the wheel spacing and the usual general basic sort of modifications that I think this is how they should have come out the factory. But yeah, so I've done that, so I'll give you my view on what I think to it, and I'm sure you'll like it. The car actually does look absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful car. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, performance_lifestyles, and we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. If you'd like your car featured, or you'd like to do some sort of a collaboration, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we will be more than happy to accommodate. But yeah, I'll show you a little walk around the car, just the stance of it, and then we'll go for a little drive and I'll tell you what I think of it. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video guys. Check it out. There is my G82 M4 Competition X-Drive, with quite practically I think all the options apart from carbon ceramic brakes, which I wasn't too fussed about. But yeah, this is what it looks like now since I've had it lowered, and I believe this is what it should have come out the factory like. I mean, just there you can see the standard height was about there, so it's dropped it by about that much, and I think that was enough. I don't want it any lower, because as you can see over here, the front bumper otherwise will be too low. A splitter might get away with actually having a splitter on there, but I'm not 100% too sure yet. See how it goes. But I have also got the itch to sell the car and try something else, because I have kind of like found another car. So we'll see. This car's probably going to be on sale by the time you've watched this video. But yeah, just the stance on it, I mean, with lowering the car, it's made a massive difference. It's actually given it that aggressive look, and I think it was needed. The back has actually been lowered as well, obviously, by about that much, thereabouts. They are, and it's been spaced 12 mil on the 10 mil on the back and 12 mil on the front. So Motec spacers and MMR springs through Performance M. So basically, I got in touch with my specialist, my local specialist, my regular guy. I've used him for all of my M cars and a few of the other performance cars we've had. Fast Road Vehicle Solution. So got in touch with him. He managed to get hold of the springs at a better price for me than what I was getting them for, and he fitted and did all the work on it, which is like normal. And he also did do a brake fluid change for me as well on the car, which I think I mentioned it on the last video. I kind of like got let down by BMW in Derby. I did have the car booked in with them to get the brake fluid done, because I wanted to keep up with the whole BMW history, even though they don't practically really work on these sort of cars on a day-to-day basis. So it's not necessarily the best thing, but I know most people, when it comes to resale time, they like to see a BMW history, because automatically assume it's the better option, which it isn't. Far from it, to be fair, most of the times when it comes to performance cars. But yeah, so basically I got in touch with Tommy. He fitted it in, got everything, got all the work done. But yeah, so going back to the BMW story, actually, was I got the car booked in 3 to 4 weeks in advance, because I needed a loan car, because I mean it's 15 odd miles from here, so I had to get there and then come back home and then pick it up the next day. So they agreed to actually give me a loan car, and on the day, I mean, to bear in mind this is 3 to 4 weeks later, on the day of the actual service, they rang me up in the morning saying, oh yeah, sorry, we haven't got a loan car for you. So I was like, well, this isn't good enough really, because I haven't got a lift, and I'm not paying for a taxi or an Uber or something just from Derby to back here, purely on the fact that you lot said you've got a loan car for me. So yeah, basically then the lady did say she's going to get in touch with the sales manager at Derby and we'll arrange something. And that was about 4 weeks ago, and to this day I've still not heard back from them. So they are useless when it comes to the sales side. I did buy a lot of the parts from the same dealership, but the parts department were perfect, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But the sales I've not had a good experience with, and I know a friend of mine who's got the G80 M3. He's also not had a very good experience with the service department, sorry, not the sales department, the service department. Yeah, they did kind of like mess his carbon bucket up. and then tried denying it, but then yeah, it eventually got resolved. So that was a good point to his story, but to mine it was, yeah, they let me down and they didn't really do anything and they would be useless. So that's my opinion on the service department manager, whoever he is over there. But yeah, anyway, back to this. I mean, apart from my shadow in there, look at that. I absolutely love this car the way it is now. It sits just absolutely brilliant. There's absolutely, it doesn't scrape on the ramps. It doesn't do anything of the sort. It's oh yeah, and by the way, that stain there has nothing to do with this car. That was already there when I parked it up, and yeah, I just left it as it is. But I mean, just look at the stance on that. You seriously can't tell me that's not a beautiful looking car, because that is, in my opinion, I've had quite a lot of performance cars, driven quite a lot of performance cars as well, and this, I must admit, I absolutely love the drive of it, which I did mention in the review. And lowering the car and stuff hasn't really altered that much. It was quite a firm drive anyway when it comes to putting it into the M mode. So all the suspension in Sports Plus, and it is still quite firm, but it's not really made much of a difference to that. But the looks, overall looks, I think it's given it that beefy look. I'm not beefy, but yeah, beefy look, and it does actually, yeah, it's quite a stunning sort of thing. I'll stand on this side so get my shadow out of it. But yeah, there it is. That's my thing on it, and just so you can see it from, that does actually look quite beefy in the flesh. The photos and videos never really do this car any justice, like with anything. But when you see it in the flesh, it's a head turner to say the least, especially on a nice day like this. This colour, the paint, the Aventurine red really does pop in the sun. Yeah, it stands out like a sore thumb. Yeah, oh, the other thing I want to mention is when I did actually make the video of the last one, the review, I did actually mention on there that I am looking at doing a couple of mods like spacers and stuff, and I did get, I think it's a chap called Neil, and he's got a fire orange, I think it is, M4 Competition. So I'll put a photo up here of both our cars parked up together, and he did get in touch saying, look, I've got some spacers if you want them. And so yeah, thanks a lot to Neil. You know, he helped me out quite massively, because they were second hand, but I got them for a price that I don't think I would have got a full set for, you know, for the price, well, half price really. So it is, you know, it was a wicked thing, and yeah, thanks a lot to him. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll go for a quick little drive, and then we'll conclude the video. But I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and I hope you enjoy this car, like this car, because yeah, I do anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, performance_lifestyles, and we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. If you like your car featured, or want to do some sort of a collaboration, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we will be more than happy to accommodate. Catch you on the drive. Now this is in normal comfort mode, and honestly, without taking the mic, I don't think there's much of a difference. There's not much of a difference at all between the standard suspension and this suspension. It's actually absolutely quite decent, to be fair. Yeah, it actually feels like OEM, I'd say, like completely standard, like the standard suspension felt like when it was in comfort mode. It does feel, however, a little bit firmer in Sports Plus mode when you put the suspension into Sports Plus. Now that was expected anyway, because obviously the centre of gravity is lower, the ride height's lower. It was always going to be the case, but I was actually expecting it to be crashy and bumpy, but none of that at all. It's actually quite good, to be fair. So if you're considering doing that, definitely don't rule out the MMR suspension. I was thinking about going down the IBAC route, but for me, I don't think it was low enough. So I opted for the MMR after doing a bit of research and stuff, and I found that a lot of people that have got them fitted did actually have nothing negative to say about them. So I bit the bullet, spoke to Fast Road Vehicle Solutions, and he got the springs arranged, delivered, and then he obviously fitted them as well. So, and then the spacers I got myself. Now the only one thing I would say is it's got 12mm on the front and 10mm on the back. You could probably get away with having 15 on the front and 10 on the back. I wouldn't want to go wider than 10 on the back, purely because then if you've got people in the car or weight in the boot or whatever, and then it's a little bit lower and you might catch the arches. The tires might catch the arches, and it's the last thing you really want to do on a car that like this. So I've not opted for anything wider, so I think 10mm is perfectly fine, and 12/15 will be good for the front. So what we'll do is put it into M2 mode, which I believe everything is Sports Plus on the throttle, the suspension, sports steering, and I've got it set up as Comfort on the brakes, which I don't know why, but it's still on there. And you can feel it firming up, but again, it's not bad. It's actually not bad at all. Better shut these windows, it's a bit blustery, but it's not actually bad at all. And that's having, you know, come from the previous generation M cars, and I don't think lowering one of these is with MMR springs anyway, it doesn't make that much of a difference. But the aesthetically, the ride height, the whole stance of the car, the appeal is so much better, so much better. And in all honesty, I've been driving it around, you know, as a not a daily, but I've done a good few hundred miles in it since I've had it, and it does attract a lot of attention. It's one of them cars that you don't see on the road, and it's the same thing with me. If I was to see a car that I really like and I haven't, you know, got or anything, you are going to look at it, and if it's a very, very, you know, aesthetically pleasing car, a nice car, a good car, you are going to look at it, and this is exactly what this car does. It does get the attention, but that wasn't the reason I wanted one. I do like M cars. I have had a few M cars, alhamdulillah, which are on the channel, so do feel free to check them out. The M2 Comp, the M4 Cab. I've had an M4 Coupe, which I have videoed, but I've not uploaded the video, so I will get that done. But this thing is seriously good. Seriously good. It's very, very, very overwhelming when you first jump in and drive one of these, but you do get used to it, and I must admit it's the lick. I've had my fun in it now, so to say. I've not abused it or nothing, it's just I've had my fun. I've driven it around for a bit, and I am getting tempted to buy something else. So hence why at the beginning of the video I did mention that this car might be on sale by the time this video is released, or it might be sold or whatever. But yeah, the other thing was there was a couple of comments on a forum about how, you know, this car is going to be advertised as HPI clear car and stuff. No, I have listed this car, or when I will list this car, it's not listed at the time of recording, but when I will list this car, it will be listed with the video showing the damage and the video showing the links to the video, so it will be on there. I'm not hiding or pulling wool over nobody's eyes. It is what it is. The only one thing I do need to do is I need to make a video. I've had a few emails and comments from people saying make a video of the costs, so I will be doing that hopefully over the next couple of days and get that uploaded. And you'll be surprised, buying a salvage car isn't as bad as you think, and I have got a video of discussing this in the past, so do check that out. But they're not, you know, if you hear stories from people who have never done it, you will never do it. You will be one of them people. But the people that have actually done it and have had a good outcome from it, good experience from it, it is well worth it. It is well worth it, as long as the car's been repaired and well, and it's not damaged badly. It's a no-brainer. Plenty of cars get damaged on the road and get repaired by the insurance companies that never get declared. It's not always the case. So it's not always the case that it's a bad thing if a car's damaged or repaired. You pay, you know, a lot less of a premium, especially on a car of value this high. So you do save yourself a bit of money. And on to my next thing is, so if you would like a car, a damaged repaired car, anything like that, and you don't want to take, you know, the whole risk of repairing the car and sourcing parts, and because it is a lot of running around finding parts, yeah, you know, drop us an email. I genuinely don't mind helping. I don't mind getting a car, even we'll get some sort of payment arrangement done, getting a car, finding you a car and getting it repaired, and then just even dropped off to you, or you can collect it from myself. Not a problem at all. Drop us an email, you know, and we can get something done. Regardless of what car it is, we could get everything done. And that's the screen telling me I'm waving my hands around, so it's telling me it's muted something. But yeah, it has also got that gesture control in this car, which is a good thing. So I think I've gone on for a bit now, but yeah, if you think about lowering your car, MMR springs, oh, that's sick. McLaren, very nice. Yeah, so if you think about lowering your car, MMR springs from Performance M are actually quite good, and the value for money is actually, I'd say, is very good, and the way they sit is perfect as well. It's about right, I'd say. No scrubbing, no scraping on ramps, nothing like that. It's just right. So get it done. It will make the appearance of your M car look way better than OEM. But on that note, I am going to conclude this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, performance_lifestyle, and we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. And if you'd like your car featured, or you'd like to do some sort of a collaboration, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we will be more than happy to accommodate. But for today, this is it. Stay safe as per usual, guys, and we will catch you on the next video.